Good morning. I'm tired and I'm kind of ready for baby to be here. You can definitely tell this is my third child because I'm 37 weeks and I have nothing packed. Nothing is really super ready to go. Whereas with my first, I think I had my hospital bag at least planned by 30 weeks at least. So we're falling a little bit behind. But that's okay because I am pregnant and chasing around two toddlers. Today we are going to be packing my hospital bag. I tend to overpack, but also I'm somebody who tries really hard to only pack the essentials, especially when it comes to something like this. So like as far as makeup, stuff like that, you're not gonna see me packing. Already I very rarely wear makeup, so it's just not something that I would bring. I have a backpack for myself, and I have like a little bag if we want snacks or drinks. And then I also have a diaper bag that I'm packing for baby. Let's get started. First thing that I am packing, I want to make sure that I've got comfortable clothes. Half the time I'm going to be in the hospital gown anyways. So this is kind of stuff that it'll be more of when I'm leaving the hospital. I have no idea what the weather's going to be. So I'm literally bringing a very simple black t-shirt. And then I have these, they're thin pants, but they're like comfy. And I'm also bringing a pair of shorts, so comfy clothes. Another thing that I am bringing, I'll be bringing a couple of maternity bras just because I do plan to nurse my baby. Along with the clothes, I am packing an extra pair of socks and I am going to be packing my moccasins as well. Adult diapers are my best friend. I have some that I'll be bringing to the hospital. And then I have another package at home that I'll have here ready to go for when we come back. The hospital does provide like massive pads, mesh underwear and stuff like that, which I will use, and I will use it until it's gone. They usually give like a little bag of stuff so that every time you go to the washroom, if you want to change or freshen up, you can do that. But I find that sometimes I do run out of those supplies pretty quickly. So I do like to bring my own adult diapers, just makes things a little bit easier that way. Along with those, I will also be bringing a few pads of my own just to have, just in case. Again, you never know how long you're going to be there. Something else that I will be bringing, I always make sure I have some headbands and hair ties. Another one, I am going to also be bringing some nursing pads. So my mother-in-law was kind enough. She has made me some in the past, and this time she had ordered me some reusable ones. So really you just stick them inside the maternity bra. It just helps prevent any leaking and allows you to wear the bras longer because then they're not soaked. A nipple balm, if you know, you know. This is something, I don't have it here, but I always have lip balm in my purse. So that is gonna be something that I'm gonna need. Something that I have on my list, but I will also put in the baby bag, is just wet wipes, shampoo and conditioner, just little travel size bottles. One of my favorite things after having baby is when they let you go have a shower. It feels really nice to just freshen up after a long, exhausting labor. A little travel size thing of toothpaste and a couple of toothbrushes. So it's gonna be one for me, one for my husband. This is something that's just really easy for me to just pack for him now, and travel cases for them as well. A couple other things. I am bringing a hairbrush and deodorant. I'm bringing a phone charger, and it's a really long one because I have no idea where the plugins are gonna be in the room. Something else that is always pretty much in my purse, my health card, my wallet, that information's in there. I always am given papers from my doctor about like the pregnancy, kind of like medical papers that you're supposed to bring with you to the hospital. I have brought them with me for both my other kids every time I've gone in, and they never actually ask for them and they never take them. So I have those, but they are right now on my fridge, and if I forget them, I don't think it's a massive deal, but they're there for me to grab and go as long as we're home when labor starts. Glasses cleaner, glasses cloth. Something new that I'm bringing this time, I'm gonna bring myself a labor comb. So it literally is supposed to just fit right in your hand and you just squeeze it, and I think it's either some kind of pressure point or something like that. It's supposed to really help, but I guess we'll see if that actually works or not. I think that's a lot of my big stuff that'll go in my backpack. This is kind of difficult because labor looks so different to everybody else. I do like to bring snacks, Gatorade, stuff like that in case we need it. The Gatorade is good, it's hydration. I'll probably bring a water bottle as well for myself. I don't always need to snack on something when I'm in labor, but if my husband does, I like to have a couple different options. So I do have a thing of Gatorade. I'm gonna let him take a couple bags of chips. I have pretzels, crispy minis, salty over sweets. I am packing a couple of little garbage bags and a reusable bag just for any dirty clothes that we might need to bring home, whether it's for us or for the baby. A couple other things that we are bringing with us to the hospital. Obviously, we're bringing a car seat. Something else, I haven't gotten to do this yet. I am going to be bringing some of our own, or like maybe 1 or 2 baby bottles, just in case nursing isn't quite working. Bottles will come in handy, but I haven't sterilized them yet. So I need to do that, and then I'll throw maybe 1, maybe 2 in our bag before we go. Something else for myself, I am bringing an extra blanket. Both labors, I get the shakes really badly and everything gets super, super cold for me. So it really helps to have a blanket. Plus, after baby's here, they keep your room so stinking cold. So an extra blanket for me is an absolute must, especially because that adrenaline's coming down. So you just feel it more, I guess. I don't know. That's everything that I need for myself. I can't imagine needing something else. And if I do, my husband can come get it or somebody can bring it to me. That's fine. For my husband, I am going to make sure he has his wallet and health card because we need it for the hospital papers for baby. I want to make sure that he's bringing extra clothes. He wants to have like comfy pants there for sure, because if all of a sudden he's leaving from work, he's usually a little bit more dressed up. So we want to make sure he's in like a comfy shirt or a sweater or like at least joggers, something that is comfortable for him if he needs to sleep in them, or even just being sitting around up and down, whatever. We'll probably bring a blanket and a pillow for him. And then I have his toothbrush packed. He'll have a phone charger in the vehicle, so that's what he'll bring. So he really doesn't have to worry about too much. So for baby stuff, it's pretty simple. The hospital does provide you with a lot of stuff, at least ours does, but I do like to pack a little bit of my own. I am packing a couple of diapers. Again, we'll use everything that the hospital gives us first, because then we're not wasting our own things. So I'm packing newborn diapers, but I'm also packing size 1s. With both my other kids, I only packed newborns. It was great. This baby is in the 98th percentile. And at my 34-week ultrasound, they were already weighing 7 pounds. So I'm kind of terrified that I'm going to be giving birth to a toddler. So I'm also bringing size 1s. I am bringing clothes. We're not sharing the gender until baby's here, so I'm not going to show you the clothes. They are mostly gender neutral, but I'm bringing like newborn size, and I'm going to be bringing size 0 to 3 months. Again, because I don't know how big my baby's gonna be. With the baby clothes, I have a couple little hats that I'm packing as well. I have 1 burp cloth that I'm bringing and a swaddling blanket. I will be packing some newborn soothers, but again, I need to sterilize them first, and I haven't gotten to do that yet. So something else for the baby. Because I said I was gonna bring baby bottles, we got our Similac, what's the word? It's like a tester or like a sample or whatever. So this is baby formula. They send it to you for free. It comes with its own bottle nipple, so you don't need to bring a bottle on its own, but this is what it is. And it's ready to feed, so like right now it doesn't need to be refrigerated. If it's open, it would need to be, but this is far too much for a newborn to be drinking, which is why I prefer to bring a bottle with as well if I can, just so I can dump a little bit into the bottle and then the rest of it isn't going to waste. As long as it's refrigerated. Hopefully we don't need it, but there is a slight possibility that we will. I always bring baby powder. I just about forgot to pack the wipes that I said I was bringing. I am bringing, this is a nursing cover. So that way if my dad or somebody comes to the hospital to visit and I want to feed the baby, I can just throw this on. Either that or I tell him to leave the room, and that's fine too. Something else that I am bringing, this is from my daughter's labor and delivery. I took it from the hospital. And I'm bringing it back because if my baby has breathing issues or comes out as fast as Gracie did, I want to be able to control what's happening instead of having to wait for a postpartum nurse to take her sweet time to come into the room, even though my baby is gagging and choking. So I'm bringing this back. If you want to hear more about that, I think I went over it a little bit more in my labor and delivery story with my daughter. For peace of mind for me, I'm just bringing a diaper rash cream. This is going to be something that stays in our diaper bag the whole time anyways. I think really the last thing I have on my list, I'm bringing, my mother-in-law made me a nursing pillow. So what you do, like you have it around your ribs and then baby can kind of like rest on here so you're not just holding baby up all the time. It might be really helpful for me in the hospital if I do give birth to all of a sudden an 11, 12 pounder baby. Otherwise, I think we're pretty much good to go. I just have a few things that I need to sterilize, throw in the bags. I'm gonna still have everything in the same area so we kind of know where it is, just grab it and go if we need. It's only a few more weeks left. Hopefully baby comes sooner rather than later because they're already big and I'm a little bit terrified, but that is everything that I'm packing in my hospital bags. I currently have 3 bags on the go, one for kind of snacks, one for me or us, and then the baby's diaper bag. So thank you for watching this video, and I'm excited to be done being pregnant. And this feels like a really good step in the right direction. So until next time, thanks again for watching, and we will see you guys soon.